everybody, and welcome to our College D&D Podcast. My name is Harley Roach, and I am the GM. This is a little synopsis of our story and a recap on the first two episodes since we decided not to record them, so here we go. Disclaimer. Harley doesn't play D&D right and has house rules. She thinks they're fun. Good news. You don't have to play the way Harley does. The biggest rule that may be confusing is that if one of the players rolls a natural 20, I let them roll again and add to their total. Sorry if you like rules. Content warning. Strong language, violence, and general teenage angst. Please be advised. Session 1. The girls went to summer camp. Each of the girls said goodbye to their parents and talked on the bus. Brace-faced Brad threw gum and a book at Aspen, who threw a book back at him. Brad then attempted to interact with a girl with a blue pixie cut who punched him in the face. Aoife found a magic paper on the ground that read, "Meet me at the campfire after lights are out. Love, XO." Then the girls got off and met Lisa and Leo, their two camp counselors. At the pavilion, they met Mr. Goodman, who gave a passively aggressive, nice introduction. Then Ryan, his assistant, read off the names and cabin assignments of the girls. The girls unpacked their things, and while doing so, Aoife found the ground glowing and went to look for the source and couldn't find anything. She stared too long at Max, their new cabin mate, and Max stepped out back. Aspen went outside to apologize, and Max asked to be alone. Then it was dinner time. The vegan options were not that good, but the girls enjoyed their time. Aoife almost interacted with the Jesus group, decided against it, and talked to the girls with instruments who judged her for being homeschooled. Aspen sat with Max, who was smiling contently and eating a burger. When Aspen asked about the paper by Max's foot, she said she couldn't see a paper. Aspen picked it up and read, "Bring your things, love XO." Then the paper vanished. The girls made a loud protest while Mr. Goodman was talking, and were escorted by their counselors back to the cabin for punishment. Back at the cabin, they witnessed a person who looked a little like Max facing the wall and not looking to them. When questioned, they wouldn't respond, so Aoife tried to take their hood down and was stopped. Aspen snuck past Leo and saw where Max last was a glowing blue light that stopped when she got close, and a shadow person. The girls learned about this, caused a diversion with Gwen crying, and Leo stayed with Max while the girls talked outside. At one point they got too loud, and a voice called "Shh," and Aoife and Gwen saw a shadow hand on Aspen's shoulder. The girls caused another diversion, causing Lisa to come talk to them. As they went inside the cabin, they noticed Max and Leo were gone. Then Lisa was called for outside. When they went out, Leo said Max was in the bathhouse, so they went to the bathhouse, and normal Max walked out. Max and Aspen walked to get Gwen a tampon, and when asked, Max didn't remember having dinner with Aspen or talking in the cabin with Aoife. With a bad insight and persuasion roll, Max thought Aspen might be trying to trick or prank her. The girls discussed their next move in the stall of the bathhouse, while the girls with the instruments, Jazz, Clara, and Leah, were sitting at the sink. While talking, Aspen found a note on the toilet paper saying, "Trust no one, everything is lying." It later changed to add "clothes check, snacks check." The girls went back to the cabin, and Max was gone again. They all noticed their things were missing: Aspen's book, Gwen's locket, and Aoife's crystals. The girls packed and went to the campground. When they entered, they saw bad Max facing away from them. When asked what she wants, she said, "Come and find me," and jumped into the fire, disappearing. The girls all touched the fire and followed. After a disorienting moment, they came to in a forest, standing in front of two baby owl bears. That's where we ended the session. Session 2. This section, the party met a new member and saved Max. Roni had a so-so day at camp and followed Aspen, Aoife, and Gwen into the fire later that night. After scaring off the two baby owl bears, Aoife's eyes flashed green, and she felt magic pulse through her, and Aspen had a vision, meeting a 12-foot-tall woman who promised her wisdom and power in exchange for her helping to free the woman. Her connection dimmed, and she said Aspen would know how to free her when she saw it. After catching Roni up, the group saw Max and chased after her until she stopped in a mushroom circle. With some good perception rolls, the girls figured out that it wasn't Max, and a bibble-looking creature appeared calling herself Tilly. Tilly explained she wanted to play a game. She hid everyone's belongings throughout the realm, and if the girls found them, she would help them get home. Tilly said no hints, and Aspen and Gwen's items will be harder to find after upsetting her. The group then came across a village looking for Max, and talked to a gatekeeper orc called Greg Jelly. He explained Max would be fighting another fighter called Bark. The girls went inside to find a flea market. Aoife taught another orc how to crochet, and when she tried to get a crystal in return, Tilly took it from her. Gwen noticed a paint stand and saw a real-life Crayola paint kit there. Aspen overheard two elves talking about the fight happening in a plaza. When the party went to the plaza, they met the underling, a red orc by the name of Wafflebrain, using a typewriter at a desk on a mound of dirt with a wrestling ring and bleachers behind him. After a few failed attempts to get Wafflebrain to leave, but learning there was a mischievous group of gnomes in the forest who liked to steal things, and that one of the camp counselors was in the prison, the group met Alex, a creepy fedora-wearing ladies' man. Alex and Aspen broke into the prison, while Roni and Gwen distracted Waffle with some dancing. The group got under the mound of dirt and rescued Max. They also let out a lizard man, who they didn't get the name of, who used magic with his blood to teleport the group out of Peacekeeper Village. The group then convinced Alex to stay at the edge of the forest, and they abandoned him. Max told the party she was here from falling down after lying in bed and being beat up by the orcs, then put in jail. Roni rolled extremely well and knew she was lying, but the rest of the party didn't know, and the situation was escalated and then de-escalated. Then the group found a gnome called Dr. Nonsense. He brought the group to a Smurf-like village where they all said a person called the Giggle Goose would help them get their items back. The gnomes all started chanting wildly and summoned a creature with no real body and amorphous children's faces phasing through the blob. And that's where we ended the session. Now you're all caught up and you can continue to enjoy the show, I guess. Thanks for listening. Bye.